Hi everybody, it's Mrs. Haugen. Hey, today we're going to spend one last day working on telling time before summer break. So the first page that you see here is just a little handout that I created to remind you the steps in telling time because we want to make this as easy as possible. So first we start out by finding the little hand. So that's the hour hand, and on the clock that you see here, it's the red one. And we say the little hand is after the blank. In this case, the little hand is after the 1. So this would be after the 12. This time it is after the 1. So because this is red, I put the number as red as well. So the number 1 goes at the beginning because the little hand is after the 1. The second and final step is to find the big hand. That's the minute hand, and on this clock it is blue. And your job this time is to count by fives until you get to this number where the line is, where the big hand is. So I put the numbers in pink. You start with 0, then you go 5, 10, 15, 20. So because we stopped at 20 here on the 4, the 20 is what goes in the blank. So officially, this time on this clock is 1:20. Not too bad, right? You just take it one hand at a time. So I'm going to scroll to the next page here, and we're going to try some of these. So the first clock that you see here, it's actually number 7. You're looking at the little hand first. So this one right here. And this time when we ask ourselves, well, the little hand is after the what? What number is it after? So in this case, it's already past the 10. Not much, but a little, and that counts. So we are going to type, I'm just going to do a text box. So this is, it is 10 something, okay? Now, the last part is the big hand, and we need to count by fives until we get to this line right here. So we'll start at 0, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. So 25 is what we put in the blank. So this time on this clock is 10:25. When you go to ClassKick and do your clocks, you can do a text box just like this and type the time, or if it's easier, you can just write it in there. It's up to you. This time for number 8, we are going to, normally we ask ourselves, well, the little hand is after something. Well, this time it's not after. This time it's exactly on a number. So we're going to write that number down. It is 9 something. Now, because the little hand is exactly on the number and the big hand is exactly on the 12 is the O clock. So to write down the O clock, I simply put 2 zeros. So this clock for number 8 shows it is 9 o'clock. Okay? If we look at number 9, again, we find the little hand first. And this time, the little hand is after what number? It is after the 9. So I will write the 9 first, and then my 2 dots, a little colon here. And then to find the last number, we go to the big hand and we count by fives. So let's start at 0, 5, 10, 15, 20. So number 9, the time is 9:20. Again, we take it one hand at a time, okay? I'm going to scroll down to the bottom here, and let's give this one a shot. So this little hand is after what number? Take a look real close. It is after, this time it's after the 8, just barely, but it's after the 8. So then I need my 2 dots here. Now I find the big hand and I count by 5. So I'm at 0, 5. Now remember, when you are writing the numbers at the end of the telling time, you have to have 2 numbers. So we cannot just write 8, 5. It needs to be 8, 0, 5. So first we wrote, on the one up above here, we wrote 9, 0, 0, because we need 2 numbers here. So this time we have to write 8, 0, 5. Okay? Number 11, if we take a look at the little hand, the one that doesn't touch the numbers, the little hand is after what? This time it is after the 11. And then we need to find the big hand right here. And we count by 5s and we stop at the big hand. So 0, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So that's what we write down. This time on number 11 is 11:30. Could be lunchtime or it could be way past your bedtime. The last one here is number 12. Again, we find the little hand and we look at it and we ask ourselves, the little hand is after what? This one again is after the 8. It's past the 8 just a little bit. Then I need to find the big hand and count by 5s. Start at 0, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So number 12 is 8:30. Boys and girls, remember to take this telling time one hand at a time. The little hand first, tell me what it's after, and then for the big hand, you count by 5s. You will see this page right here on your assignment in ClassKick, so that can help you if you need to go back and review the steps. Little hand first, big hand last. Take your time and do a really great job.